I fear we've been underestimating the power of bunting, so I'm here to show you how ridiculously easy it is to make a little bunting that adds a lot of whimsy. First though, I must prepare a new tripod because I lost my last one. And yes, this is how these sewing tutorials are filmed, with a wire coat hanger that I bend, and does it work well? No, but it works. See? Like it kind of works. All right, let's get into this tutorial. To make the bunting, you are going to start out with a bunch of squares that are the same size. So I like to cut out a piece of paper, the size that I want to cut my squares. And then when they are cut, what you're going to do is fold it over like this and sew along that edge. And then you're going to press your squares turned to triangles flat, like so, that I'm very poorly demonstrating here. And so that would be your sewn seam. And then you just tuck up that top little piece into it, and then you sew along whatever tape or string or whatever you're gonna fix your bunting, your bunts. Is a singular one called a bunt? Anyways, okay, focus. Once you have all of your squares cut to roughly the same, I tried really hard to get them all the same size, but I'm not very good with my rotary cutter yet. It's hard. There's a reason why quilts are as expensive as they are. Anyways, I digress again. Iron them because you want a nice, flat, crisp piece of cotton. I would suggest using cotton. And line them up inside out, pin, and we're going to stitch along this edge. Probably pretty self-explanatory, but you are going to do that to all of your little squares, and then take them all to your sewing machine and sew along that pinned edge. I just did a standard straight stitch. I didn't do a zigzag or anything fancy with it. At the end of it, you can also, like me, struggle to turn them the right way out. And then you're going to take them to your iron again and press them flat so that that seam that you just created is going to be in the center of your triangle, and it will like help create the point. Hopefully that makes sense. Can you guys tell that I haven't filmed a tutorial in a very long time? I ironed out my little things. I have the twine pinned to the back of them, and now I will stitch along them, which you might be thinking, but Danica, then you're gonna see the stitching on the top of the flags, and won't that ruin the vibe? We will embellish with whimsy afterwards. Oh, whoops. I should have been filming in this format. I don't know what I'm doing ever, but let's make this now. For stitching these along there, I went on to setting number 3, which is a zigzag. So now I will stitch it. To hide the stitching on my bunts, and yes, I did decide that's what I'm calling a singular one, I decided to add a piece of lace to kind of like disguise the stitching a little bit and add a little bit more fun to them. And now, speaking of fun, or rather not fun, I couldn't help but feel like I didn't know that effect would repeat. Okay, you know what? So as you just saw, it's very unwhimsical and unorganized. And no wonder it's making coming back to creating things that much harder. In my defense, I've been going through it. But now with my fresh little bunting, it's so happy. And I'm all about things that make me happy right now. And I think I would like to make this spot happier and finish the project that my dad and I started. So let's add some whimsy. My task was simple and clear. Add whimsy. Make it happy. So I started by wearing an outfit that matched the bunting I made. That definitely was on purpose. And then I decided that my patterns really needed to be organized. But I was at the dollar store and I found these bins that felt like it fit this happy color palette. So I went with that, found other things I had laying around the house, and just kind of on a budget and in a DIY extravaganza, made this room a little bit more enjoyable to be in and happier. And I feel like Reggie perhaps enjoys it more. It's not perfect. There's still a lot that needs to be organized in this room. Like, do not look to the left. and do not look under my table. But if you just look at the table and none of that, it's really quite nice and quite happy. And I feel like a lot of projects will now be born here for however long I live here. So yeah, it's a happy place to sew and create now, or it's the beginning of a happy place. I don't know exactly how long I'll be here. The plans are changing, obviously. But it works for now, and it was basically with things I already had or could make easily. Yeah, so now I'm going to turn all of this into a costume for a Renaissance fair in 5 days. I hope that this tutorial seems doable. I highly suggest everyone make a bunting in their life. But also I highly suggest that you just spend time doing things and making things that make you feel happy, because that's all that really matters. And this makes me happy, and I'm happy to return to it. And thank you for sticking around. And if you're new, it'll get better. Bye.